everyone, it's great to be here. This morning I'm going to talk about what I think is the biggest trend in retail today, which I call influencer commerce, and I am not from the beauty industry. So first I want to share a little bit about myself and my company, Iconery. So I have two passions in life, fine jewelry and backpacking in the mountains. This is me hiking on the John Muir Trail in the eastern Sierra Mountains of California. And every summer I take about 10 days to get completely off the grid. But I still haven't quite figured out how to monetize this passion or create a business around it. So instead, I started a company around my passion for jewelry. My love for jewelry stems from my mother, who was a jewelry designer, and my grandmother, who was a great collector of jewelry from around the world. 4 years ago, I discovered a huge problem around access to manufacturing in the jewelry space. Jewelry is one of the most expensive and complicated supply chains, and with a high cost of raw materials, it's prohibitive to start your own jewelry collection. I wanted to change that, so I started Iconery. We are a supply chain as a service to celebrities, influencers, and brands. Drawing upon my 11 years of e-commerce experience, we are full service, encompassing design, manufacturing, as well as e-commerce and distribution to retailers like Nordstrom and Bloomingdale's. It took about 18 months to get our global supply chain set up, and in the past 2.5 years, we've launched 21 influencer collections and designed over 500 pieces of jewelry ranging from $45 to $4,000. And here are some of the influencers we've worked with. We are a compelling partner for influencers because we allow them to extend their personal brand into a luxury category. Specifically, the way we work is we talk with the influencer and translate his or her vision into jewelry. Then we manage the sourcing and manufacturing using the latest technologies like 3D printing. Finally, we distribute on our website, iconery.com, as well as retailers like Nordstrom and Bloomingdale's. From start to finish, it takes about 2 to 4 weeks to launch a collection, whereas it would take 4 to 6 months and cost upwards of $50,000 if the influencer tried to do this on her own. Plus, we make it really engaging and educational, and they truly feel like a jewelry designer after the process, which only takes about 8 hours of their time. So let me share 3 examples with you. This is Rashida Jones, and Rashida always wanted to design jewelry, but she didn't know how to do it. So we worked with her to create a 16-piece collection inspired by family heirlooms and symbols of peace and unity, like the ankh that you see here. One of the pieces was inspired by a pinky ring that Frank Sinatra gave to her father, Quincy Jones. Vogue did the exclusive, and the launch generated 60 million press impressions. Currently, the collection is available on iconery.com and in select Nordstrom stores. When Michelle Branch released her first solo album in 12 years, she wanted to provide her fans with a tangible piece of her album beyond traditional band merchandise like t-shirts. We produced a 4-piece collection around her album theme, Hopeless Romantic, and released a piece with each single. Most recently, we worked with Jen Gotch, the founder of Bando, and we created 2 nameplate-style necklaces with the words anxiety and depression to bring awareness to mental health. As an influencer with bipolar disorder, she's transparent about her experience and wanted to destigmatize the conversation. Each time we've launched a style, we've sold out in under 2 hours, and 100% of the net proceeds go to Bring Change to Mind, the charity that Glenn Close started to end the stigma around mental illness. So at Iconery, we give influencers the ability to connect with their followers in a meaningful way and help them create their own iconic brands in jewelry. I could have started Iconery as a singular brand, but personally, I'm more compelled to help others foster their creativity. And as a result, I stumbled upon what would become the biggest emerging trend in commerce today. Okay, so let's do a little quick history lesson on how we got to this world of influencers. The watch brand Tag illustrates this progression perfectly. See, before the internet age, brands set the trends top down and poured millions into advertising to generate awareness. What was cool was what you saw on billboards, on television, and in magazine ads. Then, brands recruited celebrities or athletes to augment their image or enhance their awareness. Now, thanks to social media, we have influencer marketing, which is influencers curating the world around us, like Kiara showing off her tag watch at the Grand Prix. And we trust these influencers and follow them because of their authenticity. But now we have Influencer 2.0, which instead of influencers pushing a brand's products, they're launching and marketing their own products. We are now in the era of influencer commerce, and this is going to be the biggest trend affecting brands. It's going to be even bigger than influencer marketing. Because when influencers have the ability to create products, they already have the built-in audience to which to sell them immediately. This levels the playing field for influencers, and as a result, brands as we know them today risk becoming obsolete. Now, this is an example we're all familiar with, but I wanted to bring it up because Kylie Jenner creating her own brand has caused big established beauty brands to take notice. For instance, one of the major beauty conglomerates held an innovation summit last fall, and the CMO took time to share the story of Kylie Jenner's lip kit. I'm not going to say who the brand was. Kylie Cosmetics generated $420 million in revenue in the first 18 months, and she's on track to hit $1 billion in sales in under 5 years. For context, it took Lancôme 80 years to reach $1 billion in sales. Now, why would the CMO share this? It's because the company, which is a $30 billion company with about 50 brands, is actually feeling challenged by the rise of influencer commerce and how influencers are changing the way people consume. Because influencers are the new brands, and there are hundreds of thousands of influencers. Influencer 1.0 data is already showing that Influencer 2.0 is on track to generate billions. Jessica Simpson and Jennifer Lopez alone are already billion-dollar brands. Now, why do influencers want to create their own brand? It's because influencers know their audience better than a brand ever could, because people want to connect with people. Emily Weiss said that from her years of writing Into the Gloss and interacting with her followers, she knew exactly what they wanted and what was missing for them in the beauty industry. As a result, she launched Glossier, which has grown 600% year over year. So influencers are now creating products to fill a need, to express their creativity, to elevate their image to be seen as a designer, to share a message that they're passionate about, and to inspire millions of people. This rise in influencer commerce is a trend that isn't going away, and I'm going to tell you why. So now over here on the left is a dense slide from Boston Consulting Group. You don't need to read the words. Just notice that the Western shopping journey is highly fragmented, and the Chinese shopping journey is seamless. So Chinese social media like Weibo and WeChat is connected to Taobao, which is like our Amazon and Shopify rolled into one. So this is like, over there, it's like having Instagram and Facebook and Snapchat and YouTube fully integrated with Amazon and Shopify and Magento and every other e-commerce platform. So when you're interacting with influencers like Zhang Daiyi here on the right, you can watch her talk about her products, ask her questions, and then buy the products with 2 clicks without ever leaving her social profile. Zhang Daiyi launched her own shop on Taobao, and in its second year, her store pulled in $46 million in sales. To put her success in perspective, that same year, she surpassed Kim Kardashian in annual earnings. Facebook, Snapchat, and even Spotify are integrating commerce and checkout, and Instagram announced that they're going to start offering payments within their platform. This consolidated future only serves to strengthen influencer commerce. Now, I know there are a lot of brands in the room, and I'm sure you're wondering how you can participate in influencer commerce, so I'm going to take you through 3 ways. But first, I want to remind you that at this point, having an influencer marketing or seeding program is table stakes, so you should have a strategy around that. One of the best ways to participate in influencer commerce is collaboration. So you as a brand are already an expert at design, formulation, packaging, distribution, retail, and marketing. So you want to take that expertise and bring it to influencers who already have the audience. Here are a couple of examples of successful collaborations where products were co-created with the brands. Hilary Duff partnered with the Israeli company named Glasses USA to design 23 pairs of glasses and sunglasses. She's known for her love of glasses, so it was a natural collaboration and let this Israeli company broaden their awareness in the US. Nordstrom has over 60 private label brands, including Treasure and Bond, and recognized that they could amplify the sales of these exclusive brands if they could be attached to and co-created with an influencer. So they worked with Ariel of Something Navy to design 30 pieces, which went live last fall, generating over 1 million in just 24 hours. Mr. Bags is one of my favorite examples. He's a Chinese influencer with 3 million followers on Weibo. And he got together with the handbag luxury brand Tod's to design 3 styles in collaboration with his fans. This generated over $500,000 in sales at an average of $2,600 per piece. The limited quantity of only 200 units sold out in a matter of hours completely over WeChat. The second way to participate in influencer commerce is to be completely behind the scenes and private label power their brand. Seed Beauty, who's also behind ColourPop, is the company powering Kylie Cosmetics. Anine Bing, an influencer in her own right with an international fashion line and retail stores, also designs and retails the apparel collections for Lovely Peppa and Sincerely Jules. Finally, Revolve is a private label powerhouse with 13 brands. And they're behind LPA The Label, the fashion brand for Pia Arobio. Finally, consider unleashing your inner influencer. In each of these companies, on the left, the CEO has stepped out from behind her desk to give a face and name to her brand. These are CEOs who have become influencers on behalf of their companies. People like Tyler Haney of Outdoor Voices, and Sophia Amoroso, who was very visibly part of her company Nasty Gal and now runs Girl Boss. Another thing you can do is let your employees speak for your brand. One of my favorite examples is SoulCycle. They encourage their instructors to become influencers to fill their classes and thereby drive revenue for the company. At Iconery, we believe influencer commerce will usher in the next generation of billion-dollar brands. There are going to be incredible ways to participate in this influencer ecosystem, and I'm personally excited about it. If you find you have a lot of questions about influencer commerce, please come find me at the conference or feel free to email me. And with that, let's start the conversation. Thank you.